You see a guy,
your own environment.
when you see a guy that's operating in that environment, when you see a guy that's operating in that mindset, in that environment, he's operating based off of the circumstances that he has to come home to. I don't know any guy that loves to come home to the nagging and the
to B. Taylor. I don't know any dude who would like to come home to B. Taylor on a regular, consistent basis. I was writing a note in the chat, y'all. I don't know who would want to come home to that kind of stuff with B. Taylor. And trust and believe, those of us who have gone through, those of us men have gone through the other side, have lived with a B. Taylor. We know the B. Taylors intimately.
whining and a woman sitting there talking about what she can do her damn self. None of that. Guys love to come home to love and peace and to a woman that's pining for him. A dude will go out there and kill himself for that type of woman.
Be saying you cute, but be saying you so serious.
When I see a woman talking like that,
a lot of men also need to understand that you need to get that woman peace.
Men need to understand. Who the hell is this woman to tell somebody what they need to understand? You need to understand that you just made everybody dick run inside. That's what you just did. That's what you just did. Notice how quiet the other chicks are on the screen. And I'm not saying that those chicks don't necessarily agree with it. They probably do. But she's so out off the rails, off the rocker, that her own clan is sitting there quiet. Quiet as a church mouse. Quiet. This is where and how, I'm going to repeat this. This is why the manosphere became a thing. Is having to interact and deal with and then try to pair and settle down with this. And I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm talking about her attitude and her behavior.
No.
And security as well.
Listen. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. My father passed away in 2017. My mother wasn't even on the market for less than two years, and my mother never dated. She never dated, and she was remarried within 3 years.
Was it somebody she already knew?
To a dude that was just like my father. My mother
was it somebody she already knew?
No, listen. No, she did not know him. The minute that she was working for me at the restaurant, and it was guys that was coming in there, and it was one guy in particular that had not been married in a long time, and he was like, listen, I had made up in my mind I'm never getting married again. But when I met your mom, I said that was it. The dude is one of the coolest dudes. He is literally just like my father. My mother was not even on the market for 2 years before she was remarried.
Shout out to the Wife School podcast who gifted 4 RBN membership channel RBN memberships. So if you guys received a membership from the Wife School, make sure you go ahead and thank her for that. And then Almanize also gifted someone a membership. So those of you who've been gifted memberships, make sure you say thank you to those who gifted you the memberships. Okay, be polite around here.
She has the same sentiment that she was treating my father with, and men notice that shit. They can see it. They seen it on her. She never dated him. She never went out with him, or none of that type of stuff. She even had me vetting, or me and all my brothers vetting before he could even date her. My point is this. A guy knows a woman with a sweet spirit, and knows women get chose 10 times out of 10. They have.
So basically, I think what Antoine is saying, I keep wanting to call him Antoine, but it's Anton. What Anton is saying is, if you are out here at your ripe old age of 30, whatever, 40, whatever, 50, whatever, and you still out here, that's because your software is broken. You have defective software. It's been corrupted. You're out here because it's been corrupted. That's what Antoine is basically saying. We have gone out of our way. We have gone out of our way to make getting together as difficult as humanly possible. Was the manosphere necessary? Yes. It was necessary because, something needed to happen to re-galvanize Black men. And I think that's been done. Like the re-galvanization of Black men starting to come to terms or starting to accept that they are better than our PR have been over the last 50 to 60 years. Our PR has been absolutely trash. Our PR has been absolutely trash over the last 60 years. And I think the manosphere, from that perspective, was necessary. What's happening, Black Man Unfiltered? How you doing there, brother?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself, my brother?
I'm good. What you got for me?
And I was headed to bed, man, but I'm sitting up listening to you before I gotta get up at 4 a.m. in the morning, but I want to support my brother. So let's start out with that first. But secondly, B. Taylor, the one that's talking, who looks like she's had a premature stroke.
Goddamn.
Everybody knows that B. Taylor, after all the months of listening to her talk this way on YouTube, she really went into her calling. She's in a relationship. She's dating the Queen Maker. She is a lesbian.
Princella?
Yeah, Princella. Yeah, Princella is her girlfriend. They are dating.
Quit lying. I thought I was trolling in the chat. That's for real?
That is for real.
So she's sucking coochie every night, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Coochie on top of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you didn't want a man with children, but you dated. Now you with a bull dagger with a child. That's still married to her husband. I'm confused. So basically, without the legal paperwork,
wait a minute. Hold on. You gotta hold on. I am a little slow. I was delayed early on in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making sure I did not hear what you said. Okay. So let me make this clear. Let me get this clear from my own understanding and edification. See,
yeah,
I do know big words every now and again. So B. Taylor, who got a kid, hates men, decided she want to suck on coochie.
Right.
The coochie decided to suck on was an old broad with a kid who still got a legal husband.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, I'll be damned.
How can you sit on a panel and talk about trashy men when you are a baby mama who is with a baby mama who is still legally married to her baby daddy?
Well, maybe she's taking the advice of Kevin Samuels when he made the statement. When he made the statement that maybe these women need to start dating each other because that's all they know. They seem to have each other in common.
Yeah. So she wanted a man to give her Louis and Gucci. She couldn't find that, so she got with a woman that could eat her coochie.
All right.
I guess that's what's happening. So, so now she's a lesbian, and she's with the Queen Maker, and anything she says, that's why she is not on YouTube a lot anymore, because she knows that her credibility is shot from having a opinion about any relationship advice. You knew that you wanted to be with a woman, and you would get on these sites and you would get on these platforms and get on Instagram and bark up a tree what kind of man you want. And in actuality, you wanted you a bull dagger who wears a wig, who has a lisp, who tells women that they created their own babies without sperm, but they made for each other. They made for each other because when she takes that wig off, I guarantee you, when Princella takes that wig off, she'll come on, she'll like Terrence Howard, and so they're made for each other because B. Taylor, when she talks, her mouth leans to the side. She has on weave, big forehead ass. So you really have to both of them, they're meant for each other. Both of them look like they could be on the next horror movie, Wes Craven. So. Yep. Don't give them they get a lot of energy, but B. Taylor is trash, and everybody knows it. Yeah, she's trash.
I want you to hold that thought just for a second, because I actually got a question for you. Hold on a second. All right. Shout out to my boy Theo Coop with the Do Better podcast.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
With the double nickel, talking about, hold up, did somebody just say Big Taylor is hooking up with Prince Ella? Well, sizzle me timbers. I need that drop, Theo. Yeah, according to breaking news over here, Black Men Unfiltered says, yeah, Big Taylor over there smacking lips. I'm not talking about the ones on her face. She's smacking lips. She's smacking lips.
Smacking them lips.
This is crazy. I barely know who B. Taylor is. I know the name, but I wasn't really looking at the clip. So until I made it full, I was like, oh, that's B. Taylor. But yeah, I know the name. So, but that's about, my goodness. I deleted it. I took it out. Oh my God. Theo, thanks for the double nickel, brother. I appreciate you. So real quick before you go, bro, I don't know how much time you got, but before you go, Manosphere, was it necessary?
I think the Manosphere was necessary. I think that they had a great point when they first started it, and everything was, they were really talking on some points that issues and concerns that men had. I think that it went awry when you had hurt men who can control their emotions, and you gave them platforms to say the things that they wanted to say, that who could control it. Now, everybody's emotional because we are human. I'm talking about emotionals to the point where, it gets to the point where you said, you get to talking, deleting these hoes. And when you get to a point where you got that much hatred in your heart, then I guess it's something that you need to back away from. But I think initially when it started out, it's like Black Lives Matter. Initially, when it started out, it had a great thing going. Let's support all Black things. Let's protest all Black things against Black.